From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2074, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, August 5th, 2017. As the date for the International Lighthouse and Lightship Weekend gets closer, amateurs on Prince Edward Island are especially proud of participating from a location that is as old as Canada itself.
Canada's East Point Lighthouse on Prince Edward Island is known as the Confederation Lighthouse, the sole survivor of the two built in 1867, the year Canada itself was established. Like Canada, it's marking its 150th year. Now the lighthouse will be gaining another distinction. It will be the location from which hams operate on August 18th during the International Lighthouse and Lightship Weekend. It will be among as many as 500 lighthouses in 40 nations around the globe, giving their best effort to make the most contacts possible over the course of 48 hours that weekend. The lighthouse will operate with the call sign VY2PLH. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Kevin Trotman, N5PRE.
Here's an interesting question. Just what do the world's largest radio telescopes really hear? Our man Jim Dameron wondered that as well.
Listen up. Can you hear it? Scientists in Puerto Rico can, and they think the sounds they've been picking up are signals from a red dwarf star known as Ross 128. Researchers at the Arecibo Observatory first detected these odd communications back in April and May, and the news has since been making its way around the internet. Naturally, that's led to speculation once again about alien life forms. But Abel Mendez, director of the Planetary Habitability Lab at the University of Puerto Rico, notes in his blog that space aliens aren't high on the list of possibilities. He said the source could be a burst from a high-orbit satellite or emissions like solar flares. Scientists ask for assistance from two other radio telescopes, the Allen Telescope Array in California and the Robert C. Byrd Green Bank Telescope in West Virginia. The findings are still pending. Perhaps what's really needed instead, just maybe, is simply to send a QSL card.
For the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline Report online on a repeater near you or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With Kevin Trotman, N5PRE, Jim Dameron, N8TMW, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW, 73. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.